All right, welcome back to the channel. We got some skullduggery in the sport of boxing as Vasyl Lomachenko's petition, or word is that his petition to the WBC has been allowed, which is absolutely nuts. And I have to say, most definitely an example of Vasyl Lomachenko getting special treatment once again. Now, before I get into the details of it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for being so. But before we get into that, I just want to tell you real fast about today's sponsor, the Boxing Showtime app. It's a very useful app that keeps you updated on all things boxing, and you can keep up with the latest fights, where to watch them, the latest news, and a lot more. For any hardcore boxing fan like myself, and most likely all of y'all, I would definitely recommend downloading it. And it also is most definitely a big support to the channel. It's available for both Apple and Android, and you can find the link in the description below. Thanks for considering downloading Boxing Showtime's app. But let's get back into the subject matter of the video. Okay, so Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko fought last weekend, Saturday, for the undisputed title in the lightweight division. It was a close fight. The decision went to Devin Haney, who retained his WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO world titles. After the fight was over, everybody except Devin Haney fans threw a hissy fit about the decision. Many people calling it a robbery. Some people said it wasn't a robbery, but most people would say that it was a close fight. I have a poll on my channel. I've seen many other polls on other people's channels. And every time that I've seen a poll, they believe that Vasyl Lomachenko won the fight. Now, after the fight was over, and all this takes place, Vasyl Lomachenko's manager, Aegis Klimas, very influential man in the sport of boxing, manages many of the Eastern European fighters that you see at the top of the sport, all 3 or 4 of them. And he insisted that he was going to file a petition or an objection with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, asking them to overturn the fight. Now, he may have done that. I don't think anything is going to come out of that. But something else that he did was petition every one of the sanctioning bodies to keep Vasyl Lomachenko as the #1 contender for their titles, and thus allow him to be the mandatory challenger for that belt. And according to my sources out here on Twitter, it has been allowed by Mauricio Sulaiman and the WBC. Now, Mauricio Sulaiman himself had said that he did not believe the fight was a robbery, said it was a close fight, not a robbery. If they are going to allow Vasyl Lomachenko to still be #1 and order a rematch, basically in effect, ordering a rematch, because it's hard for me to believe that if Devin Haney stays in that division, that the WBC is going to keep its word and order a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, that they will order the rematch between Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney if Devin Haney stays there. Now, for people that who know this channel, know my opinion on all of this, I am about as neutral as in this situation as there is. I can understand why people think Devin Haney won the fight. I can understand why people think Vasyl Lomachenko won the fight. I can understand the necessity for a rematch, because that's what you're supposed to do when you barely win a fight. There's nothing wrong with rematches. And in my opinion, Vasyl Lomachenko deserves a rematch with Devin Haney because he has a legitimate claim to having won that fight. And like many of the great champions before, I think that it behooves Devin Haney to run that back. However, I cannot co-sign this ranking by the WBC. If they put him at number one. First, the reason for doing it is directly in contradiction from what Mauricio Sulaiman himself said, which he did not believe it was a robbery. And if you were petitioned to keep Vasyl Lomachenko as the number one contender because it was in essence a robbery, then you are rewarding him or you are remedying an injustice that you say did not occur. So, also, it is another example of what irritates many, many people about Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko very well may be the most privileged fighter of this century. From getting a fight for a title in his second professional fight, I actually had more than that listed on boxing on Fight Facts, but according to BoxRec, second, getting a professional shot at a professional title in his second fight. Getting a title shot pretty much in every fight he's ever had. Being put on the pound for pound list is so early in his career, never leaving it despite losses. He is without a doubt being compared by Bob Arum and said that he is the greatest fighter since a young Ali, which would mean greater than Manny Pacquiao, greater than Floyd Mayweather Jr., greater than Roberto Duran, greater than Sugar Ray Leonard, greater than all these people. It's just, that's what people don't like and they get turned off about with Lomachenko. Lomachenko is an excellent, excellent fighter. He absolutely positively is, but there's no reason that the world should revolve around him and that he should be getting so many special exceptions. And not only that when he asks for something, you almost know that he's going to get it. So, well, let me rephrase this. Let me take that. He may be the second most privileged fighter ever in this century, second to Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo Alvarez, at least there's a financial reason why you can justify that being the case. You can't even do that with Vasyl Lomachenko. And by the way, this fight with Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko, from all reports that I've seen, did not do anywhere near what you would expect a fight that was of that magnitude or of that quality of fighter to do. All these other guys that you would say are these superstars, one of the best fighters ever, these guys do not do the numbers that those two guys just did this Saturday. But that's talking about the financial aspect of it. The boxing aspect of it is, look, you don't need to put them at number one and mandate. You shouldn't have to mandate Devin Haney to give the guy a rematch if he stays at 135 pounds. You shouldn't. You should just take the rematch because so many people think that you didn't win. And I don't buy all of this. That Lomachenko treated me bad when I was younger, so now I'm going to treat him bad. That I don't think Lomachenko should have treated you bad, even though I don't see how he did. But if he did, he shouldn't have done it. So why do you do exactly what you know he shouldn't have done? That doesn't make sense to me. However, this decision to keep Vasyl Lomachenko ranked number one, no, I can't. That doesn't fly right with me. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.